Welcome back to FTL Hard Mode. You are joining me here as we enter into Sector 6. I am your host, Vince, and yeah, Sector 6. This ship right here has done very well to get us this far. We've 4 of these crew members we've had since the beginning. Mathieu, I feel like I need to give a shout out to my crew at this point. Mathieu, Kirkner, Jinjin, and T10. All excellent crew that they've been with us since the beginning, and I feel saddened by the fact that they will probably die at some point. This is hard mode. Aowin has joined us recently, but I think she, he, we got a gender for our crew, but Aowin has proved herself quite worthy of being a worthy addition to the team. She's fought an Ion Drone very bravely, an Ion Intruder. So I think we've got a good crew here. So giving a shout out to them, because I think we're kind of low on hull, and we've gotten pretty far, and things are going to get very tough now. So Sector 6 might chew us up and spit us out. This might be our last sector, but I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it isn't. I'm hoping we make it all the way. If I could beat the Rebel flagship, that would be amazing. I'm hoping right now my goal for this run is to more get to the Rebel flagship and not necessarily beat it. But if we can beat it, that would be fantastic. That would be beyond my wildest dreams. Okay, but let's go on into this sector. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's not even think about the Rebel flagship for a minute here, because we're in Sector 6. We've got a whole nother sector after this before we make it to Sector 8. So, it's not even if we make it past this sector that we're in the clear. No, far from it. There's plenty more to go. So, let's see what this sector has to offer. Let's jump to this beacon right here. See what we got. Ooh, Ion Pulse. That's going to be taking out shields. This is going to be a difficult fight. Ooh, alright, well. So, let's see what they have. So, they have a missile launcher, which that's always problematic. That shield pierce, it's difficult to deal with. They have four charge lasers. That's going to slowly tick up one by one. I think what I'm going to do is that if this thing fires at full tilt, then I'm going to cloak. That is when I'm going to use my cloak, and I'll have to deactivate something to make that happen, which I'm not happy about, but I'm really glad I have that cloak when this fires, because I don't want it taking out all my shields. And I highly suspect that by the time this thing fires, I'm not going to have shields anyway, thanks to the Ion Pulse thing. So let's just see. It's really going to depend on... Ooh, they have crew teleportation. I didn't even notice that. I should have paid more attention to that. But that's okay. That's not an issue. We're just going to vent this entire part of the ship. They're going to go in here. Once they get in here, I think I'm actually going to send Aowin in, so that they don't damage it. And it's a med bay. She'll do fine. So they're going to take some damage right off the bat here. Alright, so here's the Ion Pulse, and this is sort of going to determine how this fight is going to go from here on in. Alright, let's see what it disables. Ooh, they actually got a couple of shots off there. I'm going to take... Alright, you get in there. I'm actually going to take oxygen off just for the minute to get that extra point of evade. Didn't help us. Did not help us. Oh, this is out of oxygen anyway. Alright, get back in there. They're not going to attack it. They're just going to stand there and take damage. And I don't really want to power that right now. Okay, so their shields have been hit. Their piloting has been hit. My sensors have been hit and my shields have been hit. So I think they got the worst end of the bargain there. So we're just going to open up fire here as much as we can. All my crystal weapons are going to fire on their weapons. They only have 1 point of shields. So gotta hit something here. I missed a bunch of stuff there. I thought with their piloting disabled, I wouldn't be able to miss. Huh. Not sure how that works. I guess they probably have multiple points of piloting, and the Ion only disabled like a layer of it, so as long as they have a pilot, they'll be fine. These guys have made the poor decision of, instead of trying to get through here, to walk all the way across the deoxygenated ship and get in here. I mean, they're pretty screwed no matter what. So they're in trouble regardless. Okay, we can't get any more evade here, especially not if they keep doing that. Especially not if they keep doing that. Okay, well, there goes all that. This is going to hit me. That's unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it. Ooh. That's also unfortunate. We're gonna vent this. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do this, but there's two fires in here. And he's stunned currently, so he's not gonna be able to do anything for the minute anyway. Alright, we've got our cloaking up. That may save us. Alright, let's see what we got here. We've taken a lot of damage this fight. We've taken way more damage this fight than I was hoping to. Yeah, this fight did not go well at all. The question now is, do we take this offer? We don't need missiles. We actually have a lot of missiles. I remember I was kind of saving them, thinking that maybe we'll get a missile weapon eventually. We don't need the drone part either, and this offer scrap is not very good, but we can't really afford to take more damage. We really can't afford to take more damage. If they get one of these shots off, our shields are pretty much down because there's a fire in there. They're damaged. The ion pulse. There's multiple reasons why we're not going to have shields. So again, the smart thing to do would be just to accept this offer so I don't take any more damage. That would be the smart thing to do. We're not going to do that because that's not interesting. And no guts, no glory. I want all that tasty scrap off their ship. And we've got a cloak left. So maybe we'll just blow them up. Maybe we'll just blow them up right here, and that wasn't bad at all. I honestly thought I would take... Oh. I heard the beeping noise. One of my crew was in trouble. Yeah, that was worth it. I made the right call there. You know, I always say, like, oh, don't do this. That is a bad idea. But it actually turned out really well. This actually turned out really well. And the ion pulse can't hurt us. It can't hurt us. It'll just disable a bunch of things. It'll make stuff inconvenient, for sure. But it can't hurt us. Yeah, we've got some people to heal. And we've got some stuff to fix. I always think that the ion pulse is... during a fight, it does make a fight kind of exciting, not knowing what's about to be disabled, because it could be anything. Like, you know, it could disable your shields, and then could also disable your engines, but it could also disable your weapons. And then suddenly you're in all kinds of trouble. So an ion pulse does make a fight exciting. What I don't like about it, though, is that after the fight is done and you're not in any danger, I mean, it says danger here, but we're not in any danger. Now it's just really inconvenient because the side of ion damage it does, this remains jumping into the next sector. So you'll want to watch out for that, by the way. You kind of have to wait for the ion. Yeah, see, I don't like that. This is all right. We're gonna get hit one more time here. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. Yeah, our weapons got disabled for a minute. That would have been really bad during the fight, but I think we'll be able to make it out of here in a moment. All right, see, no ion damage now. All our systems are up and ready. We've got our shields up. All right, that's what we're gonna do. We kind of really need a store now. We're really low on health. So I'm going to jump forward and try to discover as many... I suspect that a store is probably somewhere in here. So we're going to jump forward. Get as far ahead of the rebel fleet as possible and explore as many planets as we can. Fuel. Fuel for scrap. I feel like we need our scrap for other things. So... this is a good deal on fuel, by the way. Usually fuel costs 3 scrap per fuel. This costs 2 scrap per fuel. So these are a good deal. Whenever you get deals like this, they tend to be a really good deal. That said, I think we have enough fuel and we need our scrap for other things, not the least of which is fixing our ship. So we're going to ignore this station. And there's a store. All right, we got lucky. We got lucky. But I feel like that's a trend we're having here. I mean, luck is not something you want to rely on. Yeah, see, we can't even fix our ship fully, though. So that's kind of a problem. But they don't really have a whole lot else we'd want. A crew teleporter is really nice. Facing the rebel flagship with a crew teleporter is great. just because there are certain sections of the Rebel flagship that their crew can't get to. They kind of trapped a couple of their guys in their weapons bays. So if you can teleport over there, you can just kind of wreak havoc. Not an option for us, though. There's no way we can afford this. We'd have to sell pretty much everything. No, not even selling it. Okay, yeah, if we sold the flak cannon, we could do it. But these weapons are surprisingly worth little. I feel like these are pretty good weapons to be worth so little. Yeah, we're gonna fix as much as we can. That's what we're gonna do, because that's what we really need to do. It's not really optional. All right, now we're in decent shape again. So yeah, we're gonna meander over here. I'm gonna try to avoid the Nebulous because I don't like him. Okay, we can't. We can't avoid the Nebulous. Wow, no, wait, we literally can't. I thought we might be able to jump over here. No, this. Ooh, I'm glad I noticed that now. See, it's good to look ahead. We have to go here. We have to go here, and we have to go here. So yeah, we have to go this way. There's no connection in this from either of these three to this section right here. So I didn't notice that. I'm glad I noticed it now, because that could have been really problematic if I was like planning to go up through here, and then I'd get down here, or I'd probably get to here, think about jumping here and be like, uh-oh, can't connect here. And if the rebel fleet was like right here, I would have been, that would have been I would have been all kinds of trouble. So we're gonna jump there instead. Alright, popular site. One merchant seems to be mass broadening quest. For mercenary ship, this is usually a quest. I don't think I've ever seen this go poorly. In terms of like right here. Like the quest might go poorly. Or shall it tip you generously? Yeah, they're going to give us drone parts to deliver. By the way, you can just make off with the drone parts. You can just take the drone parts for yourself. Or you can deliver them. Alright, the quest is down here. We're not going to go there. So we're just going to keep the drone parts. It's free drone parts. It's not even that bad. But yeah, the quest is, that's too far out of the way. I'd have to double back, which of course I never do. But then once we're down here, the fleet will have jumped twice. Once for jumping here, once for jumping there. And then we'd have to go all the way back up here. Yeah, the fleet would catch us pretty much guaranteed. So we're not going to do that. That is not worth it. Not worth it even a little bit. Oh, you have a mind control, you bastard. And a missile. So, stupid auto surveyors. Stupid auto ships. Alright, yeah, we've got an intruder, which is our own guy. Am I just going to let him wail on our weapons? On our engines? I kind of don't want him to, so we're going to send our shields guy in there. Because shields I don't think are actually that important. We've got this weapon. That might actually be a pierce laser. It looks slightly different from a heavy laser. This might pierce one layer of shields. I'm not sure. By the way, you will notice in this game, to play this game efficiently, it is critical to be able to identify the enemy's weapons. You see me do that pretty much every time, saying like, oh, that does this, that does this. That's part of the reason why playing this on easy is a good idea when you're beginning to play this. It's not that, you're not capable of making good decisions, you just don't have the knowledge. You just don't know. If you don't know what this is, or what that is, you might be worrying about all kinds of things you don't need to worry about, because I don't think either one of these are going to get through my shields. This is the only threat. Now, it's a big threat. Missile weapons are always a big threat, but it's the only threat. Alright, so I'm going to have him fight here just to prevent damage to my engine. These guys I can heal, but if this blows up, it's going to deal hull damage, which is, never a good thing. Turn off oxygen for a minute, and I'm going to stealth through this missile. And that should hopefully miss us. Yeah, that did miss us. So that's fine. Because that does lock up that point of energy though, so I'm going to have to be very careful here with my oxygen. Because even though you can't just take the energy back after you used it like that, because now it is locked into the system for... I'm actually not sure. It's 4 rounds, 4 whatever. Four of these cycles, which I forget how long they are. I think it's like 2.5 seconds or something like that. So it's locked up for a good 10 seconds there, which is quite a bit. It's quite a bit. But our weapons are up, so that's good. I'm gonna fire on their weapons. Yet the flak actually isn't going to hit anything anyway. They've got 3 points of shield, and the maximum the flak can do is just hit 3 times. So we're gonna do that. And now we're gonna fire on their weapons. And I really want to take that out because I don't want to deal with that. Okay, wow. That actually didn't go as well as I'd hoped. We took out their mind control, which is fantastic, but we didn't take out the one weapon I was worried about. But to be perfectly honest, that's okay. You get back and do shields. Even though we don't need shields. We don't need shields. We're going to disable that. We're going to disable one layer of shields because this weapon is down. Which means that we really don't... There's no reason why we would ever need this many shields in this fight. And they took out a layer of my shields anyway. So, yeah. That's fine. I shot my flat cannon, didn't I? Yes, I did. But that's okay, because I think this crystal will make it in time before a second layer of shields comes up. That's good. And I'm going to fire this anyway. That might not be the best idea. It actually turned out to be an okay idea. It did actually hit. So we're going to wait on the flat cannon now this time. We're going to wait on everything. We're sort of going to fire our barrage. And once again, by the way, the enemy gets to choose which systems get disabled. They are allowed to distribute power how they want. So I used to think for the longest time that this weapon here is the first weapon. If you damage the system, we're going to lose power to it, and that this weapon on the leftmost side would get disabled first, and then it kind of goes down the road, because I'd seen that happen. No, the enemy actually gets to pick what they power and what they don't power. So don't incorporate that into your strategy. The enemy is going to prioritize what they're going to shoot, and I kind of feel like they always choose missile weapons because they're the most devastating, which they really are. We're going to cloak through that one though, so hopefully that won't hit us, because we are at 90% evade, which is a lot, but it's not a guaranteed miss. Alright, now we're just going to unleash all kinds of nasty fire on them. Alright. Ooh, that didn't do nearly as well as I'd hoped. That missed a bunch. Ooh. Alright. Just fire, and hopefully this one will hit. Yes, okay, that one did hit. Okay, good. Good. Don't forget that this weapon here, even though it takes 1 power, that it deals 2 damage. This is a pretty good weapon right here. Alright, and now hopefully this will finish them off. And now just fire. We hit them. Oh, we have to hit them twice, actually. Yeah, that did it. That was a relatively long fight and a relatively tough fight, but I feel like we got out of it pretty good. Alright, we really needed that extra point, that extra reactor power, so that we can power our cloaking device and our engines and our shields fully. I feel like that is kind of necessary, because, as I've shown, the cloaking device will lock in your energy. You can't just cloak for 5 seconds and then just put the energy where you need it afterwards. No, it's going to be stuck in there for a little bit. So I think that extra reactor upgrade was necessary. Alright, I'm going to fly into here. Yeah, I'm going to fly to here. And then see where we go from there. Oh, stupid sun. And intruders. These guys picked a really bad spot to invade a ship on. You know what? I'm an idiot. I didn't heal my crew. But that's okay. I don't think they're going to take a lot of damage this time around. Because there's only 2 invaders. And while there is the chance of fire... I'm going to... Alright, you guys, you just run. And while there's the chance of fire and there'll be some system damage, I'm not really too worried. Actually, you guys heal right now. Actually, yeah, this is not a good spot to be stuck in to heal and fix your ship. If you can avoid it. Because of the fires. And the fires will deal hull damage. Yeah, just... Yep, close that. I don't think it's necessary. Alright, where's this? Where'd that go? Okay. We'll deal with it. Not a problem. Not a huge problem anyway. We're gonna do it this way. Alright, you guys get back to your stations. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. You stay here. Until the fires are out. No. I said stay there. Don't damage yourself. Actually, this room's fine to go into now. And so is this room. Well, not quite safe to go into yet. Okay. Alright, good. Fires are out. We're going to close all the doors. We're going to re-oxygenate for a minute. Machio took some damage, but we're not going to heal that right now. Now we actually have a legitimate reason for not healing him, because we want to jump out of here sort of as quickly as possible. We want to get out of here, because we don't want to take more damage from the sun. Alright, Rebel Rigger. I see that they have a lot of laser weapons. They do have a drone. Depending on what that drone is, things might get problematic. And they're charging up their FTL, which I never like. Alright, so the charged laser plus beam drone is dangerous. And of course, the defense drone, Mark II even, is incredibly annoying because it's going to shoot down a lot of my projectiles. But that said, I think overall the ship's not the greatest. Simply because with 3 shields, they're going to need this at pretty much full power to get through anything I have, and then we'll just cloak. Alright. Oh, that's a double heavy laser. That's, ooh. Alright, well, double heavy laser, that's okay. Alright, now they fired this thing, and now I'm going to cloak. Yeah, this is problematic because I think they might actually get away. Now, ultimately, it is okay if they get away. I don't particularly want them to get away. That is not a thing I want to happen, but I'm not sure if there's a whole lot we can do about it this time around. Well, maybe. Maybe. We kind of have to just shoot everything we have at them at once because of that drone. If we just shoot the flak cannon and then wait a little bit, if it see how many shields it get, and then shoot the crystal burst, and then shoot if we just kind of nicely space them out to deal as much damage as we can to the shields, this drone will get far too many shots off on our projectiles. He'll shoot down one of the flak shots, he'll shoot down one of the crystal bursts, and he'll shoot down one of the heavy crystal. And it's just not going to do anything. So we kind of have to just fire it all at once without much regard for what's going to hit, which is really unfortunate. Ooh, this could be bad. Oh, that was bad. Ooh, that was bad. Okay, you go help. You go help out. Yeah, now hard mode's not holding back here. Yeah, we really need those shields. All right. Yeah, their jump is imminent. I'm gonna fire as much as I can at them to see if I can stop them, but no, I didn't. So they're gonna leave, which isn't actually the worst thing that could have happened, simply because I don't like them jumping away. But to be perfectly honest, they were gonna damage my ship a bunch more if they hadn't have jumped. So I think overall that's not the worst that could have happened. Definitely not the worst that could have happened. What would have been far worse is if they decided to stick around and fight and then only decide to retreat later, because sometimes you'll fight ships and they'll decide mid-fight, once they start getting low on health, to retreat. And if they dealt me a bunch of damage and then decided to retreat, that would have been worse. That would have been much worse. I would have been much angrier about that. Yeah, the fleet jumps doubled, but to be perfectly honest, we're okay. That's fine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump here, maybe jump to the stress beacon, depending on what this looks like, and then jump here and get out. Let's see if we can hit all 3 of these beacons still. We are getting low on fuel, though. Oh, so we get a chance to aid a civilian ship, which we haven't had a lot of those kinds of encounters, like saving a station or saving a civilian ship, which is unfortunate because they give you a lot of scrap if you succeed. They give you a chance for extra scrap. Not only do you get the rewards for killing the ship, but the civilian ship or the station that you saved sometimes is grateful. Oh, lots of drones. So I was about to say, their weapons don't look impressive, but then I saw the drone. Yep, lots of drones. I think this is a combat drone. It doesn't say Mark II, but it looks kind of fancy. I don't know. They can't hurt me a whole lot. This drone might be able to get through 2 shields. They do have 2 beam weapons. It's not the most effective combo what they have here. It's that they've got the drone that's going to keep firing, which is going to make my life difficult just a little bit. When this fires, it'll be able to get through my shields, and then the beam weapons are going to come into play. But they're going to have to coordinate that, and usually, quite often, yeah, they don't coordinate. Notice that this thing's about to fire. They should have just waited. That would have been the correct thing to do on their part. So because I'm not so worried about their weaponry, I'm going to aim for their shields to just make this as quick of a fight as possible. So that I can start... Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Especially... Ooh, they got through my shields. They actually did a point of damage there. Yeah, that drone is vicious. Yeah, that's going to keep my shields down for a little bit. Yeah, this drone, I think that is a Mark II. I don't think this is your average drone. It's really fast. So I'm going to wait to... Yep, for that. I'm going to wait for that, and now this is going to give me a chance to just heal my shields for a second. I'm actually going to wait on that to get our shields back up to full, and now I'm going to fire that one first, and that'll hopefully get through something, if not all of it. That missed a lot. I have noticed that these little drone ships are really evasive. They seem to have a really high evade, which kind of makes sense if you think about it, I guess, because they are very small ships. I feel like they're difficult to fight. They're a small target. Now we're gonna... Oh gosh, I really should... You know, I wasn't worried about their weapons. I should have been. I should have been very worried about their weapons. All right, we're gonna cloak as soon as we can. Oh, there's fire in our oxygen. That's not good. Fire in the oxygen room is never good, because my favorite way to get rid of fire is to, you know, vent it. But if your oxygen room is damaged, you're not going to be venting nothing. Alright, come on, just finish him off, just finish him off. Oh gosh, this fight suddenly went incredibly south. Just shoot. Oh no, just fire. Hit him. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. Ooh. That suddenly, and of course it left. Yeah, thanks for nothing, civilian ship. Wow. Ooh. That was rough. That at the end there suddenly turned really rough. I wasn't worried. I should have been worried. Yeah, that defense drone was a lot tougher than I thought. Sorry, not the defense drone. The combat drone. I feel like that was a much higher level combat drone than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna, you know, go through one shield kind of consistently. Gonna keep one shield down. But what the combat drones do is they keep shields down. They pretty much prevent the shields from going back up, because they just keep firing. They're firing very rapidly. So yeah, they're vicious. They can be vicious, especially when coupled with a bunch of other types of weapons. I think we are going to be able to make it to this distress beacon, and then here and then out. Of course, we're really low on health now, and we don't have a lot of scrap. So I feel like I should get to this next sector as quickly as possible to start scouting for a store immediately. Again, I feel like that is the thing I should do. It's not the thing I'm going to do, but it's the thing I feel like I should do. Is I should get to the next sector sort of as quickly as possible. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to this distress beacon, and we're going to see what this distress beacon is all about. Once again, we have sort of this option. We can dock and try to rescue the survivors, which could damage our ship, which almost always damages your ship, I feel like, which I really don't want that to happen. Or we can send our crew in and help put out the fires. Again, this is one of those situations where we don't have a super huge amount of crew. We don't have a lot of expendable crew, so sending my crew in to put out the fire I think is a bad idea. And docking and trying to rescue the survivors I think is also a bad idea, just because of the risk of the shuttle damage. Because of the damage to your hull. So I feel like the correct thing to do would be just to leave. But I'm not going to do that, because that's not interesting, and nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I'm going to send in a crew, because I feel like at this point I can sacrifice a crew more readily than I can sacrifice the hull points, because there's no store left in this sector. We're going to have to find one in the next sector. So yeah, we're going to do that. Wow, that went really well. that went really well. We not only didn't lose a crew, we got 54 scrap. That's a lot of scrap. Wow, that went fantastic. I'm not sure if all the advice that I've been giving is just really, really crap, or if I'm just being really lucky. But yeah, that apparently sending in the crew was the correct thing to do. Yeah, that went really well. I'm really tempted to actually buy another reactor upgrade, because sooner or later we're going to need it, and having that extra point of evade could really save our bacon.
That could really help us out. But we'll find out. We'll find out if they have like if whatever we face here has a bunch of missile weapons, then yeah. Okay, currently I see that this thing only has like 1 laser weapon and 2 shields, which I'm not afraid of at all, but I'm assuming it's got like a mind control, a hacking rig, or a drone control. We're gonna approach the station anyway. It's got mind control. Aw, what, you cheaty bastard! He was hiding a bunch of his weapons. I honestly thought that he only had that 1 laser. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Of course, he's got the mind control and our shields too, which I don't like that at all. I don't like to take a point of damage on my shields. So yeah, we're just gonna prevent that. Gonna have our crew fight each other, deal some damage to each other. It's okay. It's not great. All right, we're gonna fire everything we got. What we do kind of need to take out their weapons. They have enough weapons to be a little bit scary. The bomb can take out our shields if they're clever, and the burst weapons. Yeah, and I learned from experience now that just because these weapons don't look intimidating doesn't mean they won't be. All right, and now we're just gonna deal as much damage as we can to those weapons. Did they get the bomb off? No, they didn't. They did not get the bomb off. All right, you've taken a lot of damage. Go heal, because hopefully this guy. Shouldn't have done that. Hopefully this guy is going to, yeah, he did indeed get off the mind control before. You know, I'm just doing this really poorly. I just wasted a bunch of shots. I wasn't actually that wasted. To be perfectly honest, now that I've disabled their important weapons, I'm not too worried. And we still have the cloaking device, if need be. Alright. So now I'm going to shoot this in the center, because if this thing misses, yeah, that sucks. But I feel like this spot gives the maximum amount of things it can hit. And if it hits any of the stuff, I'll be happy. If it hits the shields, I'm happy. If it hits the piloting, I'm happy. If it hits the weapons, I'm happy. So no matter what it hits there, I'm kind of going to be okay with it. Do that. And I kind of don't want my crew to be mind controlled again. Actually, I think it's more important that we take them out quickly. So we're going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, we missed a bunch there, which is unfortunate. But now they are down to 1 shield. All right, you go fight that crew member, prevent him from damaging our piloting. Yeah, we're just gonna fire on them now wildly, because we've got the Pierce 1 shield, so that 1 shield isn't gonna do anything. Of course, their invasion is going to continue to screw me over, and it's really screwing me over. I feel that was another miss. This is a lot of misses. Can we get a couple of hits? Now that at least they don't have shields. Okay. We're currently protected by our shield, so I'm going to heal my guys, because who knows, they might get off another... No, they did not get off another mind control, but I wanted to be prepared for it. Attempt to manually hack the station. Does that mean... See, I'm not... This is one of those rare instances where I'm not actually sure what could happen. You could attempt to hack it to give the rebels false information. Now, it says don't risk it, leave the station, and I feel like the reward for this is delaying the rebel fleet, which I don't care about. I'm about to jump out of the system anyway. It's a lot of scrap, by the way. So I don't think I care about delaying the rebel fleet, so I don't care about the rewards, and it does use the word risk in here, so I'm not going to do this, because at this point, I don't see there really is any reason to, because I don't think we need whatever this thing is going to give us. TTN also could use some healing. You guys go back, but you keep on your way there. Get a little bit of healing there, buddy. You've done well. You've done well. I'm really surprised that all my crew has survived up to this point. Normally, I lose a crew member or two on the way to the final sector. Either sometimes through my own stupidity, but sometimes due to events and things like that. I'm going to keep this scrap. This is a lot of scrap, and I could probably start using it pretty effectively. But I'm going to keep it just because I want to have a lot of scrap in case we find a store right away. I want a lot of scrap to buy weapons, fix my ship, do all kinds of things. And I can't fix my ship with the scrap right now, so yeah. Let's see. We find a colonized moon. And an abandoned station near the beacon. Well, it says abandoned, so we're going to move in to examine the station because that's the interesting thing to do. And apparently we've got intruders. They've got micro. It's a bunch of NG though, so that's okay. That's okay. You're gonna damage my shields. I don't want that. I really don't want. Oh my gosh. You know, I was so busy looking on this side of the screen, I didn't even bother looking on this side of the screen. They have 2 missile weapons. They've got an ion beam and a heavy laser, which means that I think we're okay with 2 points of shields, because this is going to take down 1 point of shield, and this is going to take, you know, just plink off that last point of shield. We don't actually need the energy for anything though. Yeah. That's what we're going to do, and you're going to go in there. You're just going to kind of run past them. I don't know how they can't get in through there while I do that, but they can't. And just begin opening fire on them. We need to get past that Zoltan shield, and we need to get past that Zoltan shield rather quickly. Those NG are eventually going to make their way through there. Alright, so they just fired a bunch of stuff at me, so we're going to cloak for that. Yeah, because we don't want to be hit by those missiles. Alright, now we've got through the Zoltan shields. You're gonna make a break for it. You're gonna go in here because we're not out of the woods with these intruders yet. Oh yeah, perfect. He came off that mind control just perfectly. Because they didn't deal any damage to my shields, and yeah, they didn't deal any damage to my shields, and now they're just gonna die. Oh, they don't even have a teleporting. I was going to say, like, they should really teleport those guys out. No, they don't have any way of teleporting those. That was just a scripted event. Oh, that's going to hit me right in the piloting, isn't it? Oh, no, sensors. Ooh. I don't like that at all. Alright, we're just going to fire that, and then last but not least, fire this. I really need to take out their shields, because if I don't think I'm going to be dealing a lot of damage. So even though I really want to take out the weapons, because they have a lot of dangerous weapons, I need to take out the shields first, I think, to get at the weapons. Go help him fix that. And you go fix that. I'd like to have some sensors. Also, missiles and things like that can do damage to crew. So this guy's Kirkner's in a little bit of trouble here if he gets hit by a missile. I didn't see any missiles heading there. We're currently still okay. We're taking a lot of damage. Hull damage-wise, we're not in great shape. But otherwise, we're okay. Oh, no, that's bad. Oh, no, that's bad. We have no way of stopping him. So, my Mantis, they targeted my Mantis with the mind control, which is not good. He's the best fighter we have. And to make matters worse, much, much worse, is they took out our doors. So this Mantis is going to have free reign of our ship, which is not good at all. If we could take that out, that would save us a lot of trouble. That would save us a lot of trouble. Yeah, please do. Please take that out. No, run. Just run. Get out of there. Stop following him! Stop following Kirkner! Ah, good, we took it out. Whew. Whew. That was closer than I'd like to admit. We almost lost Kirkner. He's been here since the beginning. He's our engines guy. Alright. Did they fire their missiles? I think they did. Alright, we're gonna just cloak out of that. Yes. Alright, great. Whew, cloaking really showing its strengths here. Because that could have been extraordinarily bad. I didn't know that there was a breach in there. I did not know that. That's not great. Our shields are currently good enough to handle whatever they can throw at us, so it's kind of okay. But yeah, I kind of really wish that things weren't going so poorly. Interesting. Now this is what I call an offer. A weapon and lots of scrap. So I'm going to accept this offer. I am going to accept this offer. I think this is the first surrender offer I've accepted. These guys are very dangerous. They can continue to damage my ship, so I kind of don't want that, especially considering how low on hull we are. But offering a weapon and lots of scrap, yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to very much take that. Please heal. Please heal our crew.
And I also feel like we could have lost a crew at some point here. With their mind control and with all those missiles coming at us. Yeah, you're gonna beep at me in a second. Yeah, you're beeping. Alright, now you fixed the hull breach. You guys are full health. Yeah, go fix that. While he heals. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Having another flak weapon, like I said, I kind of really like flak weapons. I think they're pretty good. They don't require that much power compared to how many projectiles they shoot. I mean, flak 1 is not the greatest. Flak 2 is fantastic, though. So I think flak weapons are pretty good. I like flak weapons. We could really use some better weapon system. Now, before I do that, though, I want to see what's in the next sector. I want to get there and have a look to see if there's a store or something like that right off the bat that we can shop at. Because if there isn't, then I may upgrade the weapons. But otherwise, I want to see what's in the store. Alright, now we have a choice between an abandoned sector, which, by the way, the abandoned sector, it doesn't say that, but that's where you'll find the Lanius. I think that's what they're called. They are the weird scrap metal loving people that don't need to breathe. In fact, they don't just not need to breathe, they suck the oxygen out of any room. Lanius invaders, for that reason, are very, very difficult to deal with. You notice that my primary strategy for dealing with invaders is... that hasn't been fixed yet. I just noticed that. I was going to say, like, my primary method of dealing with invaders is just deoxygenating rooms and having them suffocate. Because I think that's the easiest, best way to deal with them. That will not work on Lanius. Don't even try. In fact, they're going to suck the room out of they're going to suck the air out of any room you're fighting in. So they're really difficult to deal with if they invade your ship. That said, I don't think they invade your ship very often. I don't think I've ever seen a Lanius ship with a crew teleporter, so that's not something I'm normally worried about. And I think Lanius sectors tend to be a little bit interesting. They tend to be a little bit more barren. I don't think they have that many beacons in them. Let's go have a look to see if that's true. We're going to go to the Lanius sector because I think it's just more interesting. No, I think this has a decent number of beacons. And they seem to be relatively well connected. There's like a little bit of a gap here, but not much of one. It's just these two aren't connected. But yeah, we're now in the abandoned sector. And once again, we're... Oh, I didn't bother to check yet. There's no store right here. This is a stress beacon, but no store. So we're in Sector 7. We are in the penultimate sector. There's only one sector after this, which is where we fight the Rebel flagship. So we've gotten very far. Pat on the back, guys. You've done well. But yeah, we've gotten pretty far. And next time will be Sector 7. We're once again low on hull, but we've got plenty of scrap to fix it. So if we find a store, we're okay. But if we don't find a store, things might become very interesting. By very interesting, I mean very dead. Things might become very dead. But we'll see how it goes. So I hope you join me for that. And I'll see you next time.